Okay, this is unscripted information on YouTube that I'm doing, what I'm doing for my projects, my future projects. First of all, I just ordered from Etsy Lotus Red new pigments that are coming, took a couple of weeks, and I keep them quite organized. I can make it into a pigment, and it's quite an ideal for wood or cedar wood. And this is candy apple. It's a slightly different red color. It's quite a beautiful color. Now, I'm also going to be doing the alcohol video where I make the wine with the mango fruit juice, the mango juice and the cranberry. Although I don't know if I'll show both of them because they're kind of complex. I'll probably show the mango because it's a bit more complex. But mango juice has a pH about 3 or 4, and with the 900 grams of sugar that are added to the 3.75 max liter fermentation bottle, it just means that you get air bubbles, you get the yeast growing, you can get a very, very good type of wine. I'm not feeling good in terms of mental health, so I'm taking a break from all this stuff because it's kind of not good for me to be stressed by the YouTube content now or stuff. So I'm kind of taking a little break because I'm getting tired of all the trolls on YouTube and all the jackasses that are on there, and I'm just like, I'll just take a break and be like, no, my health comes first. I don't care what you think. I'm working with my hands and physio and that kind of stuff to try to get my hands working better and that kind of stuff. As you can see, I use this apparatus, which is only 340 grams, and my arms do hurt more a little bit. I just have to be a little more prudent because even though my arm, basically, and this arm recovered quite well from a year ago, almost a year ago, from falling on the ice and breaking my arm, it still was quite fragile. I'm just working on different exercises and that kind of stuff. This will be a little bit short, but I'm saying that I've also ordered a few more a game. I can't spend a lot of money on the games because they're kind of expensive. I bought Seeker Manitou, or Second Densu Free, which has been translated from Japanese into English with a patch. I played SD Free as a ROM, which wasn't supported by Square Enix or Square at the time. It came out in 1995, but it took 5-6 years with the patch and other stuff to be played in that, and it was a very glitchy game. But other people who I've contacted on YouTube and that said that there's no real issue with fatal glitches. It won't crash, it won't do this, so it is quite cool. I am an avid game player of games. I do have all these games, just a bulk of them, like Tales of Hysteria, Trails from Zero, Tales of Mania, Octopath Traveler. There's a lot I bought. I even got a few I couldn't really finish, like Trails of Steel Free. I thought it was way too similar to Trails of Steel 1 and 2, which I didn't really like, and it gave a bad taste in my mouth. I do play a lot of games and that kind of stuff. And some of the stuff that they advertise on Amazon and other places are just like an absolute ripoff. And you think it's a good game, and you get it, and it's like, oh, it hasn't even been tested. There's no, the game crashes. Like one of the Star Ocean 6 games, if they say it's a really good game, it would crash every 10-15 minutes. I couldn't even play it. It was virtually unplayable. Well, you have to be sort of careful of that, and yeah, with that too. Now, I know this is unscripted, but I'm gonna talk about my gold project. Right now might not be the best time to invest in the gold project because I need to get nickel salts, and they're quite expensive. 500 grams of nickel, of a pure nickel salt and activator, could cost me anywhere from $50 to $100. And you need really, really pure pure material. You need pure distilled water. You need other things. You need to plate high quality copper to nickel, let it dry, make sure it doesn't wash off, and then put it into an acid solution with the gold dissolved. Now the problem with sodium nitrate or calcium nitrate is the fact that when it reacts with the hydrochloric acid, which I use, it's too weak and it will interfere with the gold process. I am going to be using 500 milliliters of 31.39 to 49% hydrochloric acid, ice cold, carefully with hydrogen peroxide. As I said, this is a very dangerous project because if you add the hydrogen peroxide too quickly, it could get a very violent reaction that could occur. I am going to do it. I do have the gold solution. I bought a while back, a long time ago. I've lost track. $75 worth of 280 milligrams of gold, and they were stamped. That's the thing. The thing about eBay is they're really good at hiding seller reviews, and you never know what you get. So a lot of things, you will buy it. Electronic kit I bought, it was used but really good condition, but the company basically lied about it being tested or functioning. So when I got it, nothing worked, so I couldn't do 6 or 7 different projects with electronic kits. You have to be very careful with eBay. This is not to diss eBay, just as to really understand that with eBay, they're not very honest. They will protect their sellers, their sellers to a point where it's just fraudulent. Someone writes a negative review, they delete the review. Someone writes a review about this, they threaten them with something else. Like, there's a whole bunch of issues, and the fact that they put you into contracts and that. As a result, I don't like using eBay that much because you can't even cancel your order. They have zero accountability for their stuff because they will make it so a minimal, instead of giving a product 2 out of 5 for being bad, eBay will increase the information, increase the review to make it look like it's a good product. Then you buy it and it's garbage. This happens a lot with eBay, and you have to be very careful with eBay. I would go to Etsy or Amazon for a lot of products, but as people said on the gold forum and they don't recommend buying from eBay. But I bought stuff from eBay, but I did a lot of review on it, and I made sure that the stuff was stamped first, and it had good ISO quality control. That's the thing too. I saw a lot of things on eBay that was Chinese products. You could tell it was desoldered. There was no gold left. You could tell that they were fraudulent, and eBay would allow them to sell it. No quality control, no type of safety, and you also have people who sell you from Chinese products in other countries stuff like gold powder for $20, where you know that's fake, and you don't know what kind of stuff is in there, and it could be bad for the environment. So I recommend that you be careful of that too. I'm not trying to diss eBay, but Etsy's a bit better, but Etsy can be very unethical, like trying to bribe and coerce people into. I've had it happen to where instead of giving them 2 stars for my game console device that had boards made from bamboo, they said that they would only give me my money back if I gave them 5 stars. I gave them 4 stars, and they bribed me. They bribed me, coerced me into doing something to give them a better review, and then they tried to intimidate me by saying your review has to be given to a higher rate, and then they only gave me, out of the $40, $50, I only got 30 back. So it's like, I realize that Etsy and eBay are run by the same kind of company, and they do a lot of things to rip people off, and they're very unethical for a lot of stuff. So you have to be very careful with both of them. At least with Etsy, there are good reviews. With eBay, well, you just never know what you're getting because they hide the reviews, they delete the reviews, they're dishonest. And you realize that, and then you spent $150 on an electronic kit that's just totally defective. I come to a point where I found that electronic kits are quite gold, but I have a lot of them that are totally defective and they don't care. eBay does not care. If they make money, it's their only purpose. It's sad to think that they don't care about their clients. They just care about ripping people off, and they're covered their ass for almost anything. They will allow, like the laser companies, allow the Chinese companies to sell something that's rated 5 milliwatts, but actually is rated 500 and the wrong color. And they won't even care that it's a safety issue, even though if you plug that in and hit the wrong angle of the laser beam, you go blind immediately. And Chinese companies have been basically hiding the safety quality control, the range of the laser beam or how much power it has to get through the border and laser issue and that kind of stuff. They're doing that a lot. I have to say it's a red flag with eBay. I would recommend trying to get other laser suppliers and that too. I think eBay, I often get modulators from eBay because that you plug them in, they last for a long period of time. But there have been a lot of companies that I get them from China, and you wait 2-3 months, you pay a lot of money, and then they don't even work. You just like, why bother? So a lot of stuff is too. I mean, I have a lot more information about what I'm going to do. I did buy recently a hot plate from Amazon.com called Ladfish, which is quite a good hot plate, as I've been researching for about Amazon.com, Amazon.ca was saying that people were giving it 4.5 out of 5, and they're getting good reviews, and if anything goes wrong, you contact the company, and they will replace it for free. That's what they're saying, and I was liking it, what it was doing. The disadvantage is it was kind of hard to work with it at first, but then I started to work with it. It has quite a good heater, and it's compact, and it's stainless steel ceramic instead of aluminum. I would not buy aluminum because the heat conductivity between steel and aluminum are very different, and you need a really good type. And I've also learned my lesson that you should not buy from. You have to be careful where you buy it from. I've bought things from ProLab, paid a huge amount of money, and the thing barely works at all. So I had to go and buy other stuff eventually. So it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. I mean, it's difficult to figure it out. And Etsy can be good for certain chemicals, as long as you know your local laws and it's okay to buy the chemicals. If you think the chemical is illegal or could get you in trouble between your border, your country, and other countries, then don't do it, obviously. I mean, the thing is that a lot of stuff that's on Etsy that if you bought in USA, the DEA and other people would be on Health Canada, and the drug enforcement area would be on you like in seconds. That includes red phosphorus or some of the hypophosphate salts that are on there you can get. I would not recommend doing anything that could break the laws. You have to really check your local laws first. Just a safety. I bought a lot of stuff. I've seen stuff like Hamarian, Hamarmine seeds, which if you did any extraction or did anything like that, you'd be arrested on the spot. So you have to be prudent. And people don't understand that because I'm doing endorphin extract from and that kind of stuff in the past, nothing of it is to do with making drugs. It's just trying to figure out roughly how much endorphin alkaloid is present in that solution. It is interesting, but I'm not doing anything Breaking Bad, and I will not be stupid enough to break the law. It's not worth going to jail for any YouTube or any type of thing, because people do that and it's really stupid. To say things that, yeah, I'm doing quite well. I mean, I'm taking a break from YouTube for a bit. I mean, I'm figuring out that I can buy a lot of pigments on Etsy too, but they're kind of expensive, or they're restricted, or they have questionable in terms of toxicity, like a compound with malonium, lead, and chromium, which if it vaporizes in the air, it's called malonium orange. If it vaporizes in the air or it's in powder form, over a long period of time, you can get lead poisoning. There's other salts, other materials that have mercury, but I will not touch mercury, cadmium, any of those stuff with a 10-foot pole. And plus, they're very expensive. They're like $10, $15 Canadian, and it's like $7,500 shipping usually with it. It's like it's too expensive, so I have to be careful of that too. I have a budget too. I can't spend all these dyes, and they're kind of expensive stuff, and they're kind of dangerous. A lot of the stuff I had to veto it myself, or I had to check out people online, people who know a lot of that stuff, and just wonder if it's good to have it. Also, you have to remember you have to check all your local laws and deal with these things as environmentally as you can, because if you get caught, it will be you that'll be sent to jail. That's with all these salts, and just like get the check if you can need a permit to order mercury stuff or mercury solutions, you have to always know this. So I'm telling you now that my channel is going to be, I'm not going to be doing a lot with my channel now. I'm taking a break, but soon I might come back to it. I'm just saying I'm kind of not happy with my channel, and I'm going to be taking a long break from it until I can think of other new things. It's just the way life is. As I'm saying now, I do thank all the followers and the people who give their time to understand what I'm doing, and I can explain things and trying to be a teacher and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, people, if you insult people on Instructables or any other channel like that, you get kicked off immediately. So I think I don't agree with rude, disrespectful comments. A be nice policy would be good, and just show respect for people. We're humans. We're not bots. We don't go around saying nasty stuff and that. We don't insult each other. At least where I come from, you don't do that. Just a moral value you should think of. Thank you. Jan out.